there's a lot more rhetoric from our women that we hear is I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, right?
That's
So
just that's pain speaking though.
right.
Because most black women know they will never get a man. Statistically, right? There's a strong chance my daughter could be one of those. I hope she's not. She could be one of those who never get a husband because only 1 out of 4 gets a husband.
That's what I'm
Black
saying.
women have one of the highest, fastest growing interracial marriage rates.
Wrong.
Black women who don't like black men, you guys would have an argument if you could point to the statistics and you would see that black women are married at a higher rate. But unfortunately, it doesn't say that. Black men are married at a higher percentage. So where's the problem, guys?
So I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody.
Now, real quick, let's go over the marriage numbers once again. I put this out there a while back, but just to reiterate what the marriage statistics look like in the black community. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen all this stuff before. So here we go. So as you can see here, currently in 2020, 33% of black men were married, 27% of black women were married. 52% of black men have never been married. 48% of black women have never been married. So according to the census 2020, 30% of African Americans are married. 85% of married black men are married to black women. 93% of married black women are married to black men. Everybody tends to stick with their own race. No matter if you're trying to divest and all that type of stuff, we tend to stay with our own race. 50% of African Americans have never been married. And then if you go here, interracial marriage. In 2021, that green, it represents how many black men are married to white women. 8% of black men are married to white women. For black women, it's 4% married to white men. So divesting, it may be very tough for black women. And then if you start going to Hispanic, it's 2% for black women and 1% for all other races for black women. So if there's any, and like I said, I'm not a guy that's going to try and stop you from divesting or tell you don't do it. Try your luck. See if you can snag you a white man or a Hispanic man. But I'm just letting you know it's going to be tough because they tend to stick with their own race. And when they do marry out, they marry black women at the lowest rate. So you may have a tough time. So if your goal is to land a white man or somebody of another race because you don't like black men, do what you need to do. But just know that it's going to be tough. And also, I don't like the fence sitters, the women who hate black men and they say that they want to divest. I call them fence sitters. And what that means is that they'll say, I'm done dating or trying to marry black men. I want to date other races of men. I want to marry other races of men, but I'm open to the possibility of finding a black man. I do not like those women. If you're going to stand on it, stand on it. Remove black men from your dating pool and focus on men of other races. And I'm going to tell black men like this, don't give them women an out. If they're talking all that foolery about, I'm not trying to date a black man or marry a black man, but I'm open to the possibility, I don't want you guys to give them women an out. I want you to make sure that she tries to date outside of her race. Don't give her out. I do not like fence sitters. If you're going to stand on it, be about it. And try and find you a man of another race. And black men, I'm talking to you as well. Don't give them women an out. Don't let them come back over if they say that they don't want to date or marry black men. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This was actually good. I wanted to put this in here as well for a specific purpose. Let me show y'all real quick. So since both black people and Hispanics are minorities, I wanted to compare the two so we can understand. I hear people say all the time that Mexican men, they can work at wherever getting paid a smaller amount, but they still can get submission from their women. I hear a lot of people say that, and I don't know if everybody knew what the numbers boil down to. And the most important number that we need to see is here. So if you look here, this was in 2021, the overall median annual earnings for black men. we actually out-earned Black women, Hispanic men, and Hispanic women. So if you look here, Black women actually out-earned Hispanic men in 2021 in regards to median annual earnings. So how is it that Hispanic men can make less than Black men and we still get blamed for not doing enough? And they're married at a higher rate. If you look here, this is the highlight. According to the 2020 U.S. Census Bureau, Hispanic women marriage statistics, 9.7 million married Hispanic women out of 31 million in the population. That's 31.4%. Non-Hispanic Black women marriage statistics out of 5.8 million married Hispanic women out of, that was supposed to say Black women, my bad. That's an error on my part. 5.8 million married Black women out of 21.6 million Black women. That equates to 27% of Black women married. There's 9.4 million more Hispanic women than Black women in 2021. Black men made $4,365 more annually than Hispanic men, and more than both Black and Hispanic women. But Hispanic women were still married at a higher rate than Black women. So why is that? So I hear the issue is that, or the complaint is that Black men aren't earning enough, and that's why Black women aren't able to get married at a higher rate. It's our fault.
There's a lot more rhetoric from our women that we hear is I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, right? So,
That's pain speaking, though.
right.
Because most Black women know they will never get a man. A Black woman can have sex whenever she wants.
Right.
Because she's beautiful. She can have a bed mate, but to have a soul mate, she may never get. I have 2 daughters, 11 and 20, right? My oldest will be 21 this week. Statistically, right? There's a strong chance my daughter could be one of those. I hope she's not. She could be one of those who never get a husband because only 1 out of 4 gets a husband. You see that? So when a Black woman says, I don't need a man, that is a reaction to the reality that I may not get a man.
So
and what I also tell Black women, if you're going to
married,
go get you an African man from the continent,
right,
you're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to Black men in America will not be tolerated over there.
What?
You're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to Black men in America will not be tolerated over there.
I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Why the fuck is it tolerated? It's not tolerated here. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Well, over here, I want to say this to us, though. Because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for.
They call the cops.
But if you look in the Hispanic community, we make more than Hispanic men in 2021, but they're able to get married at a higher rate. They're women. So you guys can come to your own conclusions as to what the reason why is. But as of now, there are almost, 556,000 more married Black men than Black women. So where's the actual problem? Come on. I mean, this is common sense. It's not Black men. We could have I think Black women who don't like Black men, you guys would have an argument if you could point to the statistics and you would see that Black women are married at a higher rate. But unfortunately, it doesn't say that. Black men are married at a higher percentage. So where's the problem, guys? We make more than Hispanic men, but they're married at a higher rate. Put 2 and 2 together. And I guess Black men are supposed to be in a crisis.
Black men are in crisis.
Yes, I cried.
Go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teej Hanley, and support the Medium Man YouTube channel, and also support Teej Hanley.